A little while back, we asked you, the audience, to tell us what you wanted to hear about on Wicked Tales. And fortunately, you spoke up. We combed through the numerous requests and landed on these scary stories that will chill you to the bone. Today on Wicked Tales, it's viewer request time. Have you heard the tale of Candyman, the ghost who appears behind you with a hook after you call his name 5 times in a mirror? If so, you've heard of quite the creepy urban legend. The actual Candyman legend is a myth shared by kids looking to scare each other, but has its basis in fact. It's based on the novel by Clive Barker, the writer behind the Hellbound Heart or Hellraiser. The story in question is called The Forbidden, and was in turn made into a 1992 film called Candyman. And this is where the story became more than just an urban legend. To some, it became real. The film differs slightty from the original story, but the same basic backbone remains. Sweets for sweet indeed. Special thanks to subscriber Brittany44 for that tale. Be sure to subscribe to Brittany44 on YouTube. She produces a lot of neat paranormal videos that I think you guys will enjoy. In New York, located just outside of a train station in New Hamburg, is the John Lawson house. The house was built in 1845 and was one of the only houses to have survived a massive fire in the neighborhood. On the porch of this house sits life-sized female mannequins. The number of mannequins, the theme of the mannequins, and the way they are positioned changes on a day-to-day basis. The mannequins have been seen clutching different objects, books, brushes, bird cages, and towels. Sometimes the objects sit in their hands or are just sitting in their laps. Now, the creepy thing about it is this. No one knows who placed the mannequins there, as no one knows who lives there, and the only signs of life are faint lights through the curtains at night. And no one can really tell why the dolls are positioned the way they are. Some say it has to do with a train crash that occurred in 1871 that killed 22 people. Special thanks to Enteri for that tale, and we're sorry if we're pronouncing that wrong. It's spelled E-N-T-E-R-I. Thanks again. Our last tale comes requested by Sophia Legatus, and it's all about Letchworth Village, a mental asylum in Rockland County, New York. The asylum was opened in 1911. It was comprised of over 130 buildings over many acres of land. One of the first vaccines to polio was tested here with positive results. However, real awfulness was soon to be revealed. The institution was plagued with inadequate funding. Patients were found unclothed and unbathed at times. And also, there were many cases of rape. These horrors of the institution were brought to light in the 1940s by a man named Irving Haberman. The many people who perished there are buried in a huge field with a marker disclosing those who shall not be forgotten. At one time, over 4,000 residents occupied Letchworth. The site closed in 1996, and many of the buildings have fallen into despair. We would like to thank our subscribers who suggested these stories to us, and everyone who made comments under the video. Thank you so much for being involved, guys, and we appreciate your support. Thank you for watching this episode of Wicked Tales, and please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And before you do that, please subscribe to our channel. We will see you next time on a brand new episode of Wicked Tales.